Hey everyone, it's Karen, your wonderful Creative Memories advisor, and I'm here for a fun Facebook Live. Tonight we are going to do the square frame title page. So this is going to be fun. Let me flip my camera for you so you can see what we're going to be doing. So this is what you will be making. And you'll see that there's 5 little frames, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is what we're going to make. So you need a piece of cardstock that coordinates with your double-sided designer paper, and adhesive, repositional would work best, and your 12-inch trimmer. And we will get started. So I chose a piece of paper from Electric Summer. And here it is. Let's see if I can get the cord out of the way so it won't be in your view. All this technology. Oh, that's worse. Let's see if I go this way. Sorry, technical difficulties. There we go. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to make a 9x9 square on your double-sided paper. So you're going to line it up to 9 inches. And make sure you have your straight blade in, and you'll just cut it. This is scrap, so put that off to the side. Then you're going to turn clockwise and line it up at 9. And this is scrap. So now you are going, here's your 9x9, and you'll see, on your paper that this is 9 inches by 9 inches on your, this is a 13x13 mat, so that this is going to be your friend during this too. If you have your 13x13 inch mat, this helps a lot for this layout. So you're going to line it up at a 1/2 inch. So here is a 1/2 inch on this side. And you have to remember you're going to take a 1/2 inch on both sides. So the easiest way to do when you're cutting out the middle is you turn it on its side so that you can see where it's lining up. If you see this line, that will help you line it up at 1/2 inch. And a 1/2 inch on your trimmer is right where those little tiny spots are, the little tiny hash marks. That's a 1/2 inch. So if you line it up there every time, and then you're going to go down to 8.5, which is right there every time. And you can see where the 8 is on your trimmer. You can't really see it there. So you can see underneath, you'll be able to see the 8.5 there. So, but when you're doing these inside spots, it's easier to turn your trimmer so it's horizontal with you instead of perpendicular. So we're going to line this up, line it up at 1/2 inch. So here is my 1/2 inch. And we're going to start at 8.5. You're going to press down and go up to the 1/2 inch here. And then you're going to rotate it clockwise. Line it up at 1/2 inch. Close it. Then you're going to start at the 1/2 inch and go down to 8.5. You're going to rotate. Line it up at 1/2 inch. Then come up from the 8.5 up to the 1/2 inch. And then one more time. It takes a little bit of time, but I'm trying to go slower because some of you said I was going a little too fast last time. So, and here's your 1/2 inch down to 8.5. Then you have your first frame. You're double-sided. So put that off to the side. Now you have to line up at the 1/2 inch, and you're going down to, so this is 8 inches, so you're going to go to 7.5 every time. So, and up to 1/2. So here's 1/2 down to 7.5. Rotate clockwise. Oops, I just moved it. But do you see how it's a little bit easier to do it this way? You're going to go 7.5 up to 1/2 inch. And then you're going to rotate it. And then we're going to go, hey Sheila, I see you're on. Then we're going to do 1/2 inch. Oops. Yeah, 1/2 inch. It's always where that IN is for inch. That helps. Because when you do this so many times, your mind kind of gets, what? So 1/2 inch down to 7.5. And then one more time. And line it up. Close it down. Seven and a half up to 1/2. So then you take, there's your second square. So then you're left with a 7 inch. So you're going to go down to 6.5. So if you kind of remember that you're always going down to the something and a half, that helps. So start at 1/2, go to 6.5, rotate clockwise. Up to 1/2, rotate clockwise. Half, down to 6.5. One more try. Are you brain dead yet from all this cutting? This helps you learn how to use your cutter really well too. So there is number 3. So now we should be going down to 5.5. So we got 1/2 down to 5.5. Rotate clockwise. I hope everybody's doing well. 5.5 up to 1/2. And rotate clockwise. And 1/2 down to 1/2. I can't see who everybody's on because I've got this special program so I can have my webcam on while I do this. So I'm not giving you a shout out. I apologize. I've got to figure out how to have both screens up at one time. So there's number 4. And we have to do this one more time. So we're going to go to 4.5. So we start at 1/2, go to 4.5, rotate clockwise. But you kind of get in a groove. 4.5 up to 1/2. Half down to 4.5. last time. Then we can celebrate, do a dance party that we did all this cutting. And you go up there. So, pull that out. This is your last piece. That's scrap. So now we get to assemble. I chose, and you can use any coordinating cardstock that you want. Remember, we want it to look like this in the end. So this is where the mat comes in helpful, very helpful, because you line it up in the square, and then you get to decide. You're going to put your biggest square, and you want it centered. So this is 9.5, so you want to kind of line it up, or 8.5, actually, right? Is that right? 2.5, yeah. So this is your 9-inch. So you're going to be at the 1.5 all the way around. So that's where it's tricky. So what did I do with my paper to do my repositional on? So we're going to assemble now. Let me not get your repositional tape runner. And I usually use one of these. I use these to organize my photos, and then I save a couple for the taping. So just put your repositional tape runner on there. And then you're going to line it up at the 1.5 spot all the way around. So you're looking for here 1.5 down, and at the top 1.5 down. I'm doing the best I can because I'm at a horrible angle trying to do this. That's why I love repositional. So there's that. And then the next one, the next size, this is where you want to make sure that you tape on the right side and you're using repositional. So you want to tape on the same side that you just did. So see, I have the sprinkles. So I want to tape on the sprinkles because I want this side, the beach balls, to be on the top. So I'm going to do sprinkles. And this is where you're going to line it up at the 6 hash. Stop sticking down there. Oops, I moved my whole thing. Ah. But do you see how this the 13 by 13 inch cutting mat really helps? Because it helps you really kind of center everything. And I know we as scrapbookers like symmetry. To go up a little bit more. This is why we use repositional. Because it'll all wash off. You can rub it all off. Okay. Since they are the papers, that's not right. That's bothering me. Hold on. It's a lot easier when I'm sitting right in front of it, but it's off to the side of me, so I apologize. You can also kind of eyeball the little triangles that you're creating, and that helps too. Okay, then we have our next size, and you want to match it up so you know which side. So I'm going to do beach balls is what I'm going to tape on. We tape. And then this one you're going to put this way, and you line it up. This one went a lot easier. Those diagonals are harder. So then I have that way, so I'm going to tape on this side. And if it's hard to line up, just turn your paper even, you know, so it's this way. So you're always lining up a square because it's easier to eyeball the squares actually. And rotate it back. Then your final square, here's my beach ball. So I'm going to tape on my beach ball side. And I'm going to have my final square. Just go around, make sure you don't have any repositional anywhere. And then there's your thing. And you can add a picture in the center. You could add two. But here are two variations. Now, the neat thing about this is you've got some extra scraps. So, oops, wrong color, sorry. So you can have with your scraps, you've got that 3 inches here, which you could create a border here. Like that. Then you could do just something like that. You could do squares through this. You've got all of this to make something else with. So this is not fantastic, but this is just an idea that you could do, you've got extra pieces to add to it. You could cut a border out with it, and that way you could have a 2-page spread. So that is our square frame title page. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I see Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Hi, Lindy. I haven't seen you in ages. Hey, Melanie. Oh, Sandy. Hey, I'm starting to see people. Yay. So this is the title page. I will post some directions in the comments so you can have those for your reference and you can print those out. But I hope you enjoyed tonight's Tool Tuesday featuring our new trimmer and kind of our 13 by 13 inch mat. So next Thursday we will be having our PRs and cocktails, but it's not going to be a project recipe this time. It's actually going to be a sketch that goes with the theme packs. That seems to be the theme for August for their early release. But they are, it's theme packs, so we're going to do a sketch. And if you're interested, it's $10, and you just need to send me by tonight which theme pack you would like to do. And I'm going to do expedited shipping so that we get it in time for next Thursday, but it will be porch pickup. I hope everyone has a great night, and happy scrapping. Have a good night. Bye.